what you want, take what you want, ayy. Take what you want, say what you wanna say. Just another day to decide if this the game you wanna play. Make what you want, take what you wanna, ayy. Take what you want, say what you wanna say. Just another day to decide if this the game you wanna play. Magnificent rap, different day. Act timid while black, living and say. Keep up with a style they never had. Don't mean to brag, I bring it back with pen and pad. All aboard who's ready to ride with them. Whole sea of greatness, ready to dive in it. Make what you want, take what you wanna, ayy. Take what you want, say what you wanna say. Just another day to decide if this the game you wanna play.
3 solid days of competition, hundreds of games and 32 finalists all under one roof. And now we have our final 2, and what better setting than the iconic O2 Arena in London. This is the FIFA eWorld Cup Grand Final. I'm here with Spencer FC. And look at this, Spencer. Just take a little look around at what this looks like. This is absolutely incredible. London's O2 Arena packed out, ready for our 2 finalists. The final made over 2 legs. Whoever wins it will have their name engraved on this trophy. And whatever happens, we will have a new winner, won't we?
We will. Yeah, we've got 2 guys who've never been in this exact position before. We've got Saudi Arabia. Now, Saudi Arabia have won. They've had a different representative win it from before. Belgium never been in this spot before, so big opportunity.
The quality that we've seen over the past 3 days has been quite amazing, the 32 that made it to the finals.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you get when you have such a kind of complex qualification process that we've had. We've had so many different players, quality players, not even make it here, that maybe on another day might have made it, but the 32 that got here all deserved it, and I think we've got the right 2 finalists.
It's going to be difficult to call it, isn't it? I mean, I wouldn't ask you to necessarily, but these 2 players are both so steady in their own right.
Well, they've both been unbelievable. I mean, Pina's the only person left who's not lost a single game throughout the group stage or any part of this tournament. Dasari did lose one in the groups, but obviously recovered from that. So I feel like Dasari will be considered the favourite, but I definitely wouldn't count out Pina.
All right, let's have a little look at how they made it to the final then. Started on the group stages and then reached the knockouts. Neither of those routes are very easy, are they, Spencer?
No, I mean, you don't get here by accident. Everyone that makes it to the final thoroughly deserves it. Dasari had to get through Kurt, who was just playing unbelievable FIFA yesterday, defeating the reigning champion Gorilla on his path to the semi-finals, but Dasari won out on that side. And Pina had to knock out Marcuso, who'd been able to knock out pretty much everyone's pre-tournament pick, Nicholas from Argentina. So, yeah, both the guys picked up huge wins on the way to the final.
And Stefano doing it unbeaten as well. Let's have a little look at the format then. This is how they're going to win it, if they are to win it. It's played over 2 legs. The first console is decided by a coin flip, which we will show you in a moment. And in the case of a draw, an extra time if penalties is needed, it will go that way. Let's have a little look at which way the coin toss went. We did it earlier on. And you can see the 2 boys lining up against each other, coin being flipped, and it landed PlayStation up, which means that console will go first. Who has the advantage there, Spencer?
Well, I believe it's better to go second, and the reason for that is, one, you get to obviously get your less comfortable console out the way first, but secondly, and most importantly, is if the second leg goes to extra time or penalties, it's played on the console you've just finished the second leg on. In this case, it would be Xbox, which means if it was that tight that it goes to extra time, Dasari gets more time on his favoured console.
It's an interesting one, isn't it, to do it on a coin toss, but there is only one way really of deciding that. In terms of what we've seen in the past, has it gone that way in terms of the advantage with the console going second?
In general, I mean, it's different every year, of course, and this year icons are available on both sides as well, so it means that the teams are often identical across consoles, where in the past that's not always been the case. Traditionally, Xbox have kind of dominated the cross-console finals with a few exceptions, but I think it's a new year, anything can happen.
Yeah. All right, so we've said it a number of times, 20 million people entered this competition. Let's find out how we got our final 32. There you have it, if you needed any reassurance of how much it meant to each and every one of those players. They went through each stage here, had a little look at this, Spencer. Like we said, started with 20 million, and then they went through stage 1, the path to the players. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so many different ways to get here. Starting off, obviously, with the Weekend League on FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. We've had the Champions Cups in both Manchester and Barcelona. We've had the E-Club World Cup in Paris. We've had lots of different leagues, such as the EMLS, the E-Bundesliga, E-Liga, lots of those opportunities for guys to get through. But after those, you went through to Amsterdam. That was the playoffs for Xbox and PlayStation, and they were the only way you could get here to the O2 Arena in London, and we whittled down 64 players on each console to just 32 that came through for the grand final.
And in the past few days, obviously, we've whittled those down to the final 2. In terms of how you enter this competition, anyone can do it, can't they?
100%. I mean, that's the great thing. This is a huge prize, a huge kind of place to get to play in front of people watching online and in person here, and obviously $250,000 up for grabs. Marcuso, who was so close to getting to the final, is a great example because he only qualified for Amsterdam through the last chance qualifier, which was Weekend League. So even though we'd seen him at other events in the past, he'd just missed out. So theoretically, someone sitting at home who hadn't had a massive year in competitive FIFA, if they peaked at the right time, qualified online, pretty soon after that, they could have found themselves in this position.
And this position means that if you win it, you get this. We've been looking at it for the past few days. We couldn't take our eyes off it. It's so beautiful, isn't it?
It is. It's a brand new trophy. It reminds me in many ways of the traditional Football World Cup. You know, you've got the globe sitting at the top here, but it's got a modern twist on it, as is the sort of esports way. So, yeah, whoever gets this is going to be absolutely very happy. So it's a wonderful piece.
It is, isn't it? And their name will be engraved on that very trophy indeed. So if you think it looks like it was crafted by the gods, it wasn't quite, but here's a little look at how exactly it was made. There you have it. It doesn't look too bad, does it? Not only that, you will win the trophy if you win this, but also a prize pool of $400,000 split between all the players down to the round of 16. The winner will take away $250,000. Spencer, that is a huge increase in the last couple of years.
It is. Just 2 years ago in New York, we were both there. The winner got $20,000. That's 12 and a half times, I believe, if my math serves me correct. It's increased. And not only that, $50,000 obviously for the runner-up. So yeah, they can't complain about the prize money, that's for sure. It's a life-changing amount, and the question for me is, can people stay hungry after they win something that big? Will we see a winner come back next year? Because we've seen some guys get close, previous winners, but neither of them are in the hot seat now.
Well, Gorilla came back, made it all the way through, didn't quite make it to this stage, but we spoke to him about what he spent his money on last year. It was $200,000, and he said he banked it all, which is actually quite a smart way of doing it.
Well, yeah, I mean, these guys are, that's the other thing to talk about. These guys are often quite young, you know, some of them still teenagers, and if you get that amount of money in your back pocket, the smartest thing to do is probably, you know, look after it for a little bit.
The way that the prize money keeps going up, it can only be good news for a competition, can't it, in terms of increasing the quality?
Well, I think it just shows the trajectory that FIFA esports is on. You know, it's just been getting bigger and better every year, not just the prize money, that the place, you know, we're actually playing these tournaments in, they're improving all the time. This is an unbelievable setting in an iconic venue, like you say, the O2 Arena. The players are getting better, they're playing at more regular intervals, playing in more tournaments, being able to cope with this sort of pressure. So it's just getting more professional, which is great to see.
And it doesn't necessarily mean, does it, because we spoke about this before, about players going the distance in competitions like this, it doesn't necessarily mean that they will go on to do it again, because they're so used to this kind of environment now.
Well, I just think the margins are so small. Once you get in a room like this with 32 of the best players in the world, anything can change. We've seen examples of the first day Megabit won all of his games, looked unbeatable. Second day he came, looked a completely different player, and it wasn't long after that he was knocked out of the tournament. So yeah, it's been able to keep that consistency across days, across tournaments, that's proving quite tough.
All right, cool. Let's catch up with Chuboy then, because he is with Dito.
Thank you, Laura. Now, Dito, I know that you're a pro player for Manchester City Esports, and you're very familiar with the stage because you were here last year, 2017, unfortunately runner-up to Gorilla. How does it feel to be on a stage like this, and do you have any advice for the players who are on the stage right now?
Personally, I can say that for me it was always a great experience, and I had the feeling that this is what I got for working the whole year so hard. If you could give them an advice, I know it's hard, but I can say enjoy the game. This is what you worked so hard for. Play your A game and try to win. That's it.
And I know that your teammate Marcuso, he unfortunately lost that semi-final, and What would you say to him in order to bounce back next year from a semifinal, a crucial semifinal like that?
I mean, it was a really close game, and he could also have won the game. I would say just learn from this experience, try to get better next year, and I'm sure he will have a great future for sure.
Now, Danny, you are a pro player for Ajax Esports, and I know Stefano Pina plays in the same league as you, the E Divisi. I mean, tell me what you know about Stefano.
I know he's a new player. I mean, this is the first year he's playing really good, like top 4, top 8, and now in the final here. So he's a great player. He plays on ball possession, tries to keep calm and make the opponent crazy.
Now, he made an amazing comeback. He was 2-0 down, and he eventually came back to win the match. I mean, what does it take to come back from 2-0 down when you're playing with so much pressure as a FIFA esports pro that plays for a club?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. Even if you were not playing for a club and standing on a big stage like this, there's so much pressure for yourself, winning the big trophy, winning some big prize money. But playing for a football club, fans watching you, family supporting you, yeah, you feel a lot of pressure extra for that.
Now, I'm going to ask the two of you, no pressure. Who do you think will win this final? Dito.
Personally, I would go for Desai because he has this little advantage of he's used to playing both consoles, and this can make a huge difference.
Will his experience being on a stage like this in Manchester help him?
Of course, it helps a lot because you get used to situations, you know what to do, and this could also help during the game for sure.
Now, what is it about the side that makes him so difficult to play against?
I haven't played against him because on Xbox side, but what can I see from him is like his attacking side is amazing. You never know what he's doing, and this makes him like shooting so many goals.
Now, Danny, I'll take it over to you. Will you go for Desari or Stefano Pina in this final?
As I know this year how good Stefano Pina is, I think if he plays on top level, he makes a good chance to win this, but at the end, I choose for Dosari.
So, guys, an exciting grand final coming up. You don't want to miss any of this action. The grand final is coming up. All right, now let's go back to the guys on the stage.
Boy, thank you very much. Not only do they win this trophy, $250,000, but they also get an invite to the FIFA Best Awards.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
And what a prize that will be. Spencer, you went there last year. You managed to rub shoulders with a few of those stars. What was it like?
It was great, but let me tell you, the gorilla who won last year, who got to go, he doesn't just sit like at the back. He sits literally in the same row, a couple of seats away from the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. So this is the sort of thing that one of these guys can look forward to. It's a great event.
These different prizes mean different things to different people, but how important is just the title of world champion without all these prizes?
You know, I think it's really important because there's so many different tournaments now. This is clearly the most prestigious. It's the top of the ladder. And some of these guys, okay, Desari has actually won an event this year, but often you get people who get to the final, peaking later in the year, who maybe haven't won things previously. And this is all that really matters. Doesn't matter what happens the rest of the year. If you win this bad boy, you're the world champ. Simple as that.
Yeah. You look around and see the crowd. It's so full up now. How will these players be feeling?
Desari's probably more experienced in this instance, you know. Again, would he have played in front of a crowd like this? Maybe not. He's already won more money than he's ever won before in the guaranteed $50,000 they've got, as is Stefano. So, yeah, at this point, pressure could be getting to them. I don't know. Desari got a little bit more experience, though.
All right, we'll soon find out. Time for a quick break, but when we come back, we will get into the grand final of the FIFA E World Cup. We'll see you in 2 minutes.
This is what I came here for. I'm standing up to battle.
Hello, welcome back to the FIFA eWorld Cup. It is grand final time. We've seen some brilliant action over the last 3 days, and it all culminates now. We will have our champion in a matter of 2 games. Spencer FC is alongside me. So far, Spencer, what we've seen in terms of the 32 that made it here to the O2 are some great characters, haven't we? That's what I've enjoyed watching, as well as incredible play. Just talking about these guys as individuals.
Yeah, we've seen a range of emotions, haven't we? We've seen some highly kind of emotive guys who get up out of their seat every time they score a goal and sort of throw their hands up in despair every time they concede. We've seen other people like, for example, Nicholas, who's called the Iceman, who doesn't look like he changes whether he's scored or he's conceded. But yeah, I mean, it's great to see Emes Dosari in this instance. You don't get a lot out of him emotion-wise, but when he wins, you see a little bit of joy. Had a bit of a celebration earlier when he secured his spot in the final. And Stefano Pina, again, is quite a sort of relaxed customer and quite new to the scene as well. So you have to say right now he's taken this sort of pressure tremendously well.
Yeah, let's look at them in a little bit more detail, then backed up with a few stats and who they've beaten, things like that. Let's have a look at this, Spencer. Emes Dosari, quite solid. He's quite a possession player, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's only dropped that 1 game in the group. I think I'm right in saying that was to Gorilla. But he's been pretty solid throughout the year. You probably have to say he's been the most consistent player now throughout the whole year of FIFA 18.
Defensively, very difficult to break through as well.
Difficult to break down, and as Dito and Danny was saying a minute ago, very strong offensively as well. So you don't get... It feels like he's got 12 players sometimes on the pitch. Just watching him in the last game against Kurt, it was unbelievable.
His opponent is Stefano Pina. Let's have a little look at his stats and who he's beaten so far to get here. He's unbeaten in the whole competition. That's very impressive.
Yeah, it's amazing to get this far. He has had some tight games. Obviously, he has the 2 draws and extra time he needed to get through against Man City's Marcuso. But he has got here with a lesser goal difference than what Emes Dosari had, just +10, which maybe you'd expect to see more of having got this far into the tournament. So it shows he's not destroying opponents necessarily, but he's getting the job done.
Right, each finalist has played 20 games over the course of the past 3 days. And we have 2 left now. 20 games, I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but in terms of how long they've sat at these consoles, it is a lot.
It is, yeah, and obviously you've got the 2-legged feature we added this year in all games, which I do think makes it more fair. It means you can recover from a perhaps dodgy first leg if it hasn't gone your way. But it does put you through a range of emotions, and the more breaks in between games and all these kinds of time to overthink things and whatnot. So it's been an emotional roller coaster just watching them, let alone for the players.
Yeah, and it's not going to end yet because we're going to meet our 2 players now.
And now, introducing our first finalist, coming all the way from Saudi Arabia. It's the Xbox champion, the beast from the Middle East, Emes Dosari!
Right, before they play, we're going to have a chat to each player. I hope you're not trying to get into game mode just yet. Just talk us through the journey that you've taken so far in this competition.
I played in the group of death, really. There was top 3, top 4 player, I guess. And I was the first in this group, and that gives me a lot of confidence, you know. And I'm glad that I make it all the way to be the Xbox champion.
You're known for keeping hold of the ball and being quite solid defensively. We were just discussing it. Are you going to change anything about this game?
You know, it's FIFA, so you can't say that.
You've got your family, haven't you? We met a few of them earlier on. You've got your parents watching at home and your brothers and sisters in the crowd. How much does that mean to you?
It really means a lot, and I hope to give them the trophy as a gift.
Good luck, Emes Dosari. Hope you have a good game. Let's meet your opponent.
And his opponent, the PlayStation champion, the Belgian Red Devil from PSV Esports, it's Stefano Pina!
Hey, let's have a word with Stefano before you sit down, mate. Congratulations for getting this far. My first question for you is, everyone seems to say Dosari maybe is the favourite for this one, but they've been saying that about you all tournament, and you keep beating people. How do you feel perhaps going in as an underdog?
I like to be the underdog, so yeah, I'm cool with it.
Okay, so confident still. Talk to me about Belgium, because no Belgians ever won the FIFA World Championship before. Belgium have never won a real-life World Cup either. How does it feel to be representing your country? I'm sorry, but it's true. I'm just saying the facts. How does it feel? How does it feel to be representing your country at this stage?
Yeah, it's amazing. Got support from Belgium, so yeah, I give it all.
Okay, best of luck to you, sir. Take a seat. The final is nearly upon us. Let's go.
All right, this is it, the FIFA eWorld Cup Grand Final across 2 legs, kicking off with the PlayStation 4. Let's get straight into it and hand you over to our commentary team.
Thank you very much. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a brand new FIFA eWorld champion with the new trophy, Joe. It is Saudi Arabia, an experienced Saudi Arabian in Mossad Al-Dassari up against Stefano Pina, the Belgian. It's, if you were to look at stats, you would say Al-Dassari, he's got this. But Pina is unbeaten all tournament.
Yeah, and the fact that he's never been in a position like this, he doesn't have that experience. Funnily enough, it seems to have worked in his favor almost, because he never expected to get this far on his own admission. And he said that, you know, I don't have any pressure on me right now. And I think playing without that pressure is something that can see him go a long, long way in this game. Of course, Emes Dassari is a formidable opponent, which is definitely going to be an issue for him. Of course, we are playing 1 leg on Xbox, 1 leg on PlayStation here, with, of course, the PlayStation coming up first. And we know that Emes Dassari has a wealth of experience on PlayStation as well. So you'd have to say that Stefano has to have a big result in this first game.
So both these teams are setting up fairly similar. De Gea in goal, Marcelo, Ramos, Ferdinand and Walker, exactly the same defence, all playing 4-2-2-2. There is a difference in midfield, both playing Hullet, but there is Pogba, 94 Pogba for Dassari. He favours that one, whereas it's Vieira for Pina. Up front, of course, you've got Messi on one side for Dassari, Neymar on the other for Pina, both using Henry, R9 and CR7. Of course, this is the FIFA Ultimate Team Mode. They are the teams, and of course, we'll see how it plays out. There is a big advantage, as you mentioned, but it is Stefano Pina on the first attack.
Thought there was going to be a foul whistled in there. We can see in the top right there, Emes Dassari calling for an early pause here. So maybe wanting to change a couple of things within his settings. But it was Pina right from the kickoff who got right up to Emes Dassari's box, but no further on than that one. And of course, you see both of these players' hands slightly different grip that they have on each of these controllers. Everyone has their own style.
Yeah, the claw grips is one of the common that is used. Obviously needing to use both L1 and L2, R1, L2, R2, etc., etc. I can tell you coming into this game, there was a practice match I witnessed backstage. Dassari was, you know, he found a poor training partner, really, in all honesty. Nicholas, he's done a few things this year. I can tell you, Dassari won that game, but it could be Pina who will break the start goal. It's going to go for a corner to Stefano Pina, but it's Dassari making a couple of changes.
Yeah, and it's going to be camera settings for him, by the looks of things. Just
making it good for us, really.
Huh?
Making it better for us.
Absolutely. Just making sure that he's as comfortable as possible here on technically what is his away console on the PlayStation. We'll see how much that shows through in his game. Of course, it is a corner here for Stefano Pina. Looks like he's going to float this one straight in front post. Is the usual target. This time it's the defender that gets there first, though.
So, will Dassari get the ball out of his own box? He will do. Start his own attack. Try and build it. He's scored 70 goals throughout this tournament. Incredible stats, really. Stefano Pina, just the 54, but obviously it's what you do with them. It's all well and good smashing someone, but really you're only going to get 3 points or victory from the win, no matter how many you score. Let in. So, Dassari represented Saudi Arabia in the green as he pushes forward. Pogba through to Ronaldo. Gets a chance, but it's blocked out. It's going to be actually tell height, wasn't it? It was just an awful shot, Joe.
Yeah, just going out for the goal kick there. And you're talking about goals. Emes Dassari, first quarter, round of 16 game, 5-1 he won that. 9-4 and 8-3. This is not a guy that skims by with a 1 or 2 goal advantage. This is a guy who puts a lot of goals in and defends incredibly well as well.
Absolutely. Pina, of course, going through second in his group. Shot blocked out once again by Ramos, whereas Dasari topped out his group. Dasari on the attack once again. Quickly won back though. CR7, Pina getting involved and has had the lion's share of possession so far, something he didn't have in his semi-final against Marcuso. Very much one way for that, but this is going to be a chance. Oh, big save from De Gea, deflects off for a corner.
Yeah, taken short here almost instantly from Stefano Pina. No real options going forward. Oh, that's a dangerous ball though. No offside. Ronaldo was still in his own half. It's a 1v1 with the keeper. De Gea's come out and he's got it. Can you believe it? A golden opportunity for MS Dasari to take the lead.
I am absolutely gobsmacked first of the mistake and the through ball, and you got a one-on-one like that, it's a done deal. At this level, the amount of goals they've scored in those high-pressure situations, you just feel, and that, you know what, mentally that may actually affect Dasari. Pina, of course, is going to be thinking, I got away with this. He's got to be taking that and thinking, right, that was the risk, that was the mistake. I've got that out of my system. 28 minutes gone, time to get scoring. I'm on my home console. He's not, you know, not an experienced Xbox player, hasn't used the controller much. It's just going to be a default controller for him. Will be a little stiff to start with. He's going to get a chance and he needs to start scoring goals here on the PlayStation.
Still can't believe that MS Dasari didn't take that chance. Keeper brought right out, legs to it first. Already 30 minutes gone in this one, goalless so far. Here is Ronaldo, both Cristiano and the Brazilian Ronaldo linking up at the front. Couldn't quite do what they wanted to with it there though. And now it's MS Dasari back with things. In theory, a draw, a 0-0 even would probably be fine for him coming off the PlayStation and then onto his home console. And I think that Spencer made a really important point that if we do go into extra time and penalties, that will be played obviously on the second console. So MS Dasari, technically, if he goes that far, should have a little bit of an advantage there as well. Yeah, and he has been fairly unstoppable on the Xbox. Did get beaten at once in the groups. There's a chance. This time he will take it! Masano Dasari will go 1-0 up against Stefano Pina on the PlayStation. Well, already missing one-on-one chance with the goalkeeper. Not going to make that mistake a second time. And he is 1-0 up. There you can see the prize money, $400,000 in total. A staggering $250,000 goes to the winner of this game. And so far, it's MS Dasari that has stamped his mark on it, picking up that first goal. Stefano, home console, has to go in at least level, you feel.
Well, when you look at the semi-final, you saw Stefano Pina had to come back from 2-0 down in that matchup. Did manage to get by hook or by crook a missed penalty, a crossbar hit, a last-minute goal save. There was so many chances that just didn't go in his favour. This time it's though Dasari once again didn't have the support he needed in the box, couldn't lay that ball across, and Pina gets back on the possession, has to try and get something as half-time approaches. Neymar gonna lose the ball out here. 2 minutes extra time in the first half, Joe.
I've seen Pina obviously playing his back line a little bit further forward. I'm assuming that's gonna settle back a little bit now after that earlier scare. There is Pogba for MS Dasari. Ronaldo now on the edge, managed to turn on the left here though. Manages to get down in time. They'll shove it wide. Makes the corner again for MS Dasari.
Scored a few of these, didn't he, in the semi-finals. Quick inside post flick on's going to try it again. De Gea gets a big paw to it, and it's cleared.
Not out of danger just yet though. Marcelo now moving forward. There is Pogba, tries the ball on through, got a lucky deflection. There's Ronaldo again on the inside of the box, but it was Ramos who got that, and as he moves away, half-time going to be whistled in, and it is 1-0. There are the statistics. 2 shots for MS Dasari, 2 on target, of course, one of them going in. 3 shots with all 3 on target for Pina, but no goal, and that's a very similar scenario to his semi-final where he had more chances and just couldn't find the back of the net.
Yeah, and if you were to look at the clear-cut chances, obviously you'd have to look at Dasari. Had that big through ball. Let's have a look at the highlights. It started off, Pina really put a lot of pressure down early on. Quick deflection, Marcelo throwing himself in front of it there to prevent the early goal. You can see Pina, he knows what it means. He missed chances in that semi-final and got away with it. This time, big save from De Gea, could have deflected. We've seen them going in the goal. But here, look at this, a mega chance for Dasari early on, but De Gea flying out the box. And that could have easily made it 2-0.
That would have been a disastrous start for him. As it happened, though, of course, there was another one-on-one with the keeper. This time, he made no mistake about it. And that brings MS Dasari 1-0 at half-time in the lead. With 45 minutes to go on his away console. If he can hold on to this, what a fantastic start that would be.
Now, Stefano and Marcelo Dasari both have coaches, friends, supports, everybody that just offers them, just calm the nerves down, just keep them focused. If you look at the stats, Pina had more shots. We talked about this in the game against Marcuso, and he just had to do the same. It's working, you just need to squeeze that goal in. Just the final last shot. He has the chances. Let's see if he can make the difference.
And of course, it's MS Dasari to kick off in the second half. Playing things slow. Pina been behind a good few times. That hasn't seemed to have phased him before. But will the added pressure of the crowd here, the trophy just in vision on his left-hand side, that could make it all the more difficult.
He was pushed to extra time in the semi-finals with Marcuso. Had to go the distance. It was the 112th minute that goal went in. This time, though, he's got to get the business done on the PlayStation. But it is MS Dasari that will score once again in the second half. A big old header coming out from R9. The double Ronaldo duo celebrating. And it's a header, just floats past De Gea into the net.
Yeah, 52 minutes in, that was a whole 7 minutes of possession in game from MS Dasari from the kickoff. Played it patiently, managed to get himself into a crossing position. Of course, the header to slot it home. And now Stefano Pina.
He's got
a job to do. He has got to get going. 55 minutes in, he's had the chances, but finds himself goalless, 2-0 behind.
We have had in the history of obviously these cross-console finals that have been happening for the last 2 years some really big turnarounds as the opposing player will go on to his opposing console, you know, something that he hasn't usually played, and then go on and score massive amounts. You know, Marcuso in the Club World Championships last year for Bromby, just that. There's been moments, so let's not write him off just yet, because there's a long way to go in this game. We're only at the 60-minute mark of the very first matchup. There is a full 90 minutes to be played out on the Xbox, but he really could do with a bit of a lifeline, you feel, here on the PlayStation, to get himself just that early goal, something to work in. Give him that little bit of belief, if anything, Joe.
So far, he's just not having a lot of possession. There's a great ball on through. Pogba and Ronaldo to link up. He's going to take the shot. Defender sliding in, got in the way of it, though. And now for Stefano Pina. Feel needs to have some time of his own with the ball, settle any nerves, and build up to a chance. There's Henry. There's Vieira and Hullet. His partnership in the middle of the park. Finding it difficult to actually get in there. There he finally does get it through. Oh, R9 almost made it through for the turn. Sergio Ramos, though, as per usual, there to annoy.
A good sign, though, for Stefano Pina, getting some good, clean passing around. That's how he managed to get himself back into it against Marcuso. Started to just get a control of the game, get a little bit of that possession back, just keep the passing going until you can work the openings. And it was very close there. That was just a last-ditch tackle that stopped it. He's got to make sure he can keep his back line clear. Kyle Walker steps in. Henri back over to him. We saw a lot of this. A lot of the switch of play. Left to right. Switch to the wings. Stretch the game. Work your magic and just pull the players towards you and create those openings in the middle.
That's exactly what Stefano Pina is going for here. Man up on the top side, had a bit of space there. Pina has already cued a pause for the next time the ball goes out of play. That may well be not for a little while. Not had a big chance here in quite a few minutes. Of course, Pina just losing that ball once again. He's the one chasing. No pressure on Dasari to really be pushing.
Yeah, he's building up the possession of his own here. Probably expect to see something like Mbappe coming on. A couple of changes maybe. Just don't think he's got Messi on the pitch either yet, Stefano Pina, so maybe have him come on. Oh, that's a mistake from Al-Dasari. 12 minutes to go in this game in regulation time, along with just a few minutes of extra time. Marcelo looking to maybe pump it down the wing. He's being pressured all the way back to his own half here. As big Rio Ferdinand pulls it up to Hullet. Hullet on Hullet. Oh, and he's lost out. Saudi Arabian, Al Masari, just getting himself back into this one. And if he could steal another goal and make it 3-0 going over to the Xbox, it would be so much work for Stefano Pina to do.
Playing the possession game at the moment, though. As he will actually get that one brought back for advantage. And finally Stefano Pina,
20 minutes later.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he called in for that one at 65 minutes or so.
So there we go.
Messi on. Minutes on the clock when it goes through.
Actually, Hazard on for Messi and Neymar coming on for Emas Dasari. Meanwhile, Son and Mbappe and Messi all coming on for Stefano Pina. So big attacking changes. Stay in the tactic, 4-2-2-2. Both players holding the same shape.
A goal has to come for Stefano Pina. Going 2-0 down onto Dasari's home console. One that you're not as accomplished as your opponent at is a difficult position to be in. $250,000 on the line. The trophy, the first name to be engraved on it as well. There's something special about that in its own.
Big support there for Masad Al-Dasari, his family sat waiting by his brother there, who was behind him when he won back in Whistler in 2017 as well. Obviously very accomplished player in FIFA, only a teenager still, Joe. It's scary really to think of, but both these players, both very young. Of course, FIFA has a wide spectrum of ages of players, obviously Dito being the oldest here so far, champion way back in 2006. It makes me feel a little more lively. It is Al-Dasari now with the ball and 6 minutes remaining in regulation time. Trying to push forward. Can he pick up a third goal here? That looks like offside. It's just offside. It is. It's going to give the ball to Stefano Pina. He's got 5 minutes to do something with it.
Well, the build-up has taken so long in this game for both players, honestly. Not very direct.
Oh my word, that's
two of them down there. Advantage was given. But you can see being pressured even at the back, making it more difficult for Stefano Pina to get in. Finally a run for Mbappe, maybe? No, I think he's even walked that out himself. Possession away to Emas Dasari. Big ball down the line for him as well, in towards Ronaldo. He's got Hullet on him. He will just put that back, stays in as well. So Emas Dasari playing over distance. There's a lot of space on that top side. 2 minutes added on. And that means that this one is either a goal for Emas Dasari in the dying moments, or it ends at 2-0. It's Hullet to take the shot into De Gea, who will throw it out there. And there is the final whistle here on the PlayStation. Emas Dasari will lead 2-0.
Dominant stuff. We know he's an accomplished player on both Xbox and PlayStation, Emas Dasari. He played across consoles a number of times as well. The experience paying in the first leg here, but it's not over. The Xbox console match will be coming up. Let's have a look at some of the highlights from that game, of course. 2-0 is the lead for Masad Al-Dasari, here representing Saudi Arabia and going rogue.
Well, that was the first chance that came in early. Bit of an annoyance for Stefano Pina. Then he had the second one, of course, which again was just tipped wide by De Gea. I think there were 3 shots. This one, though, was the interesting one, of course. Completely free, one-on-one with the keeper. Slides it out there. Really should have scored. This level of game, you'll not often see those opportunities squandered, but he made it up for it, with Ronaldo coming on through and taking the lead.
It was a strong start. We saw a number of chances. He only actually had the 2 shots in that opening game as well, the first half. And then, of course, it switched back into the second half, and it was Al-Dasari once again with a flick up and a header. Henry's cross, I think it took a kind flick off a defender's leg there just to put it higher in the air for Ronaldo to head it past the keeper. And that, of course, put it at 2-0, and that's where we stood at the end of the game, with Masad Al-Dasari leading as he moves into his home console on the Xbox against Stefano Pina from Belgium and PSV Eindhoven.
Yeah, after that 2-0, honestly, the only real highlights were the percentage, the passing numbers, if you like, because it was pure percentage play. And honestly, MS Dasari looking commanding, but guess what? We still have the Xbox. We'll see if Stefano can turn it around.
Thank you, boys. Spencer, not a bad way to start, really, for MS Dasari, doing it on his non-preferred console.
Yeah, perfect start for him. We said this was always a chance, though. He's so comfortable on both consoles, and big challenge ahead for Stefano Pina now.
We've seen it the last couple of years, actually, that players don't always win when they win on the opposite console. We saw it last year with Spencer.
Yeah, I mean, it can happen for sure, and that's why we have the 2 legs, and in this case, you need to be able to perform across both consoles. There is a chance for a comeback from Stefano, but against a player of Dasari's calibre, it's going to be tough.
What did you make of that performance for the first leg?
Strong from MS Dasari. It doesn't really feel. I wouldn't even say it's an away console for him. He's actually played tournaments on the PlayStation before. It's not just like he can do it if he needs to. He sometimes chooses to. So he's very comfortable on it, and he had that chance to go 1-0 up early on, which he missed. Could have been more, right?
Yeah, we can see it now. Have a little look at this. You don't expect Ronaldo to miss in these circumstances, do you?
Yeah, it's a very high defensive line from Stefano there, which almost worked against him. It's just a slightly heavy touch from Ronaldo going through there, which allowed De Gea the time to come out and get the ball and stop an early goal.
Stefano Pina still with a chance, like we say. What will he be thinking now, going into this final on the opposite console?
Yeah, I mean, an early goal for him would be fantastic just to get himself back in the mix, because MS Dasari is great at sort of seeing games out. You saw the difference between the first and the second leg in his game against Kurt. Kurt went 1-0 up and 2-1 up in the first semi-final. But when Dasari went into that second leg with a lead, he was just so good at keeping it, and it looked like a completely different match. So Stefano needs to be quick.
Is this where the coaches come into play, the importance of having somebody over your shoulder just to help talk you through things?
Potentially, yeah. Potentially if he wants to make some changes, maybe change formation. I don't know if he's going to do that, because whatever he's done so far in this tournament has served him so well, Stefano. He's been unbeaten. It's quite unfamiliar territory for him.
And if you were MS Dasari's coach, he's standing there, we can't hear what he's saying, what would he be saying?
It's his cousin as well, right? He's probably thinking about what he's going to do with $250,000. No, he hasn't won it yet. He hasn't won it yet, but they're planning, I think, because he looks so comfortable. And also, Dasari, I don't think he needs to change anything. Even with the 4-2-2 formation which he was using, he kept with that formation when he went ahead, which shows that he was comfortable. He didn't feel like he needed to go super defensive. So if we see another performance like that, he's got one hand on the trophy.
All right, time for a quick break. When we come back, the second leg of the grand final. Welcome back to the FIFA eWorld Cup. We're at the grand final stage. We've had the first leg of the final, and you can see there that is the goal that MS Dasari made to make it 2-0. Not even on the console that he prefers to play on the PS4. We're switching over to the Xbox next. Stefano Pina with it all to do. Frustrating start to the proceedings for him. But Spencer FC alongside me to discuss. It can be done, can't it, Spencer?
Definitely, we've seen some huge comebacks over the years, much bigger than 2-0, so Stefano shouldn't feel that he's counted out yet. Big task ahead, though, probably one of the hardest people to play against in terms of holding on to a lead.
Look at this crowd, Spencer. I keep having a little look around because this is the O2 Arena. If you need to have any indication of how much esports has grown over the past few years, you just need to look at this.
Yeah, I mean, I've been lucky to be involved in FIFA esports for 4 or 5 years now, and when I started, I think the first event I did, I was commentating basically from a kind of studio room. It was tiny, and there was some great players there. Some players that are still in this tournament now. Shows how long they've been sticking it out. And over the years, it's absolutely grown so much to be, I mean, in the O2 Arena. Where can we go from here? Where are we going to be next year? I don't know.
Let's hand over to Choose with a couple of players.
Thank you, guys. I'm with Goal Machine from Canada and also Honey Badger from New Zealand. Now, Goal Machine, you're in the Xbox side of things, and you played against Dasari. Tell me how that match went.
Well, the first leg ended 3-1, and he had a 2-goal lead on me, just like in the first leg in the finals. And second leg, he closed up pretty well. I won 1-0, but I still lost 3-2 in the end. So.
Now, we've seen Dasari. I think he's very impressive. I think it's probably his defensive style is what seems to win him games. I mean, what is it about it that is so different from any other pro?
When he's defending, he never jumps in. He's patient. He waits till you show him the ball, and then he just comes in and takes from you. So that's all I got to say.
How do you beat MS Dasari?
I mean, in my opinion, you just got to get a few lucky bounces, or you just got to find a way around his game, because it's not easy.
All right, now, Honey Badger, you did play against Stefano Pina. You drew 5-5 in your matchup. I mean, tell me about the way his play style affected you.
Yeah, he's very tricky around the edge of the box. We had some back and forth game the whole way. I scored like a late bicycle kick with Suarez, but he's a hell of a player, so hopefully he can show up on his away console.
No, I think he's playing 4-2-2, and it's something that he's been using through the entire tournament, and he's mimicking what Dasari's doing. Dasari's also playing 4-2-2 as well. What can he do in the second leg to change things and turn this tie around?
I think he was just a little bit struggling with Dasari's high pressure. I think if he gets the ball to the edge of the box, he'll do some damage, but at the moment he just needs to get through that first 5 seconds of high press, and when he gets to the edge of the box, he should be able to create some goals.
Now, it looks like Pina is more of a, I guess, possession-style player. Is that something he's got to change? What kind of custom tactics would you change if you were on the stage there?
So his pressure and aggression might come up. You'll probably see it towards the later of the game. He'll probably start off with the way he's been playing, because obviously he's been scoring goals. So later in the second leg, he'll up that and try to put Dasari under a lot of pressure.
All right, I will say, you think Dasari's going to win?
PlayStation, I hope, wins, but I think Dasari on his home console will be quite a hard task.
Goal Machine, what about you?
I think Dasari's going to win. He's a great friend of mine. I wish him the best of luck. So.
All right, so it looks like Dasari's in the lead, and these guys think that he might carry that to victory and take home the $250,000. But let's send it back to Laura, who's on the stage.
Chuboy, thank you very much. This is it, the second leg of the grand final. MS Dasari with 2-0 lead. Stefano Pina with it all to do. Let's hand over to our commentary team.
Thank you very much, Laura. Here we go then. We're back for the second leg. The first one did end 2-0. We were watching it from the side and thinking, hasn't really started well, has he? On his supposed home console. I'm not too sure what you read into this whole home and away console.
I don't think Dasari has a home and away console. I heard that he was playing more PS4 coming into the tournament than he was Xbox One. So maybe he knew all along that this was his fate, that it was written in the stars for Dasari to be walking away from London with a quarter, I should say, of $1 million in his bank account. But here we go, second leg on the Xbox One.
And 2 goals needed for Stefano Pina on his away console. I think if you look back to the FIFA Club World Cup, Dasari did play on PlayStation there when he was teamed up with the Royal. That is old team, in fact, before he did mean to Team Rogue. This is the second leg.
And as Chu said, both players playing that 4-2-2. That literally only changes between the two sides is Dasari's using Pogba, the '94 Festival of Football, and Lionel Messi, Team of the Year, in his team. Stefano Pina, Vieira and Neymar in those positions. Everything else identical between the two players.
On paper, you would say that MS Dasari
Yes, he's on his home console. He's played even better today. What we see from champions usually as the tournament goes throughout, they get better and better as we go game by game through the knockout stages. But there's no reason why Stefano cannot go and get a result, or at least get himself back in this game.
Well, he has to high press from the start. He has to get a goal back. If he gets a goal back early, we've got a real good final on his hands. If Desari can get 1-2 goals and really put this game out of Pina's reach, can't see any way back on his away console as well. I'm not sure how much experience he has on the Xbox One.
Well, it could have been 3 or 4 last game, that chance so early on when MS Desari found himself in so much space, one-on-one with the keeper, brought out David De Gea, just about survived that one, did Stefano Pina. As MS Desari comes forward again, tried to feed that one to Paul Pogba. And unfortunately for him, it will fall back to David De Gea.
Yeah, lovely little interchange from Desari, looking to get Pogba in behind. Runs all the way through to David De Gea, and he's going to play out from the back, as you see a lot of players do. They don't like to waste the ball, they don't like to pump it long and have the opportunity to lose the header.
This could be interesting. R9 Ronaldo, killer ball through to Neymar. Just pushed off it.
Offside,
no, offside anyway. But I think coming throughout this tournament, a lot of people have said this about Stefano, you know, on paper, not one of the favourites that came into the competition, but still, one of the best 32 players in the world. Again, people could be doubting him right now on this away console, thinking maybe he can't do it, maybe, you know, it's not possible. He's proved enough people wrong.
Yeah, people were doubting him from the start of the competition. Probably a lot of people didn't actually think he'd get out of the groups. He made it to the quarterfinals in Amsterdam, and here he is in the grand final. Even said he's... Look at the controls there. You can see the grip that Desari's got. Very comfortable. Pina looks a little bit foreign to that Xbox One controller.
And we always see MS Desari, whether this is in, of course, the grand final now, but before, he always has a good first leg. It's important to him to score a few goals. I think I was looking at some stats coming into it. Scores 3 goals a game. That's his average, 3 goals a game. But he does concede a few as well.
Yeah, he does. I think the Kurt game in particular, when he took that 5-3 lead into the second leg, that was massive for him. It meant that in the second leg he could play this same sort of style right now. Keep the ball, keep possession.
And if Desari can hold on to this, he'll be $250,000 richer, and the first name on that FIFA eWorld Cup new trophy designed for this year. The best player out of 20 million from all around the world.
Flat threaded through ball down the line, decides to play into feet instead. Not rushing anything at the minute, Pina.
Seeming quite confident though as he comes forward with Cristiano Ronaldo. And a really good defender. One thing I'm noticing from MS Desari is he's changed his play style a little bit. Happy to maybe sit a little bit deeper, keep the ball in the right areas. Because he knows that he's got 2 goals, he's in front.
A carbon copy of the Kurt game, really just kept the ball in that second leg for the majority of the match. He had a 2-goal cushion going into that game as well.
Omri. Cristiano Ronaldo on the bench.
It's a chance.
Omri again! That's 3-0. And MS Desari is even closer to becoming a world champion in London.
Thierry Henry, fantastic low driven across the goalkeeper into that, playing that right attacking mid spot. It means he doesn't have to cut inside, he can just shoot straight across the goalkeeper. Probably the best way to score this year when you are one-on-one on an angle. If you shoot and the keeper saves it, 9 times out of 10 you're going to get that rebound to your striker. But no rebound needed for Desari. A third of this game completed. Takes his lead to 3-0.
You've got to say, Stefano must feel a little bit deflated now. He came into this game, he needed to be confident, he needs to come out from the block from the start. And that goal would have not helped him at all.
Can he bounce straight back?
That's what's key. The best players can do that.
No, he cannot.
You can see Stefano there just getting a little bit agitated with what's going on the screen, not too happy. Needs to stay focused. There's still a long, long time for him to get back in this game. You saw the match he had against Marcuso. Went to extra time, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a super tight game, that one as well. Late winner from Stefano, knocking out the Manchester City man.
Desari again now. Cristiano Ronaldo into it. All the time in the world on the edge of the box. He's happy just to play out wide and try and bring others into attack.
Desari's been fantastic since probably ESWC where we first saw him this year.
It's got better and better, and I think a few players were asking who you practicing against. Main just says his coach. I'm sure the rule will be in there as well. Yes, there are different consoles, but we can see now Now Mr. Sari can play on both.
Yeah, seems very, very comfortable on his preferred console, which is the Xbox, but on that PlayStation 4, put on a clinic against Stefano.
Here he comes again, Pogba.
Just look at that
so
first half
happy,
possession.
so happy to keep possession. Play left, play right. Look like you're going to attack, then just do it all again. And that leaves questions to Stefano. Do I go and press that ball? Do I pull out a man from my defence? He's going to try and get through there. Oh no.
Wow, that could have been disastrous for Stefano at the back. 64% possession on the 40th minute Desari had. Remarkable stats to be able to keep the ball.
Since that goal went in as well, Richard, that Stefano
looks a little bit deflated.
Seems a little bit... he's lacking confidence. If any time there's to believe in himself, I think there's a little bit of hope. This is it. The biggest stage in the O2 Arena. The two best players in the whole world on this FIFA 18 competitive season. And we're in half-time, nearly. Added time of 2 minutes. Stefano, try and defend this one. Get yourself into half-time. Have a word with your coach. And maybe make something to change. Go through at the back occasionally.
Desari is probably about 6 minutes away from winning $250,000. You can see his family
the
there.
flags are out. I think what it's great you said there. 6 minutes of FIFA time. Anyone that's listening from home or wherever you listen to, you're thinking, oh, that's pretty easy, isn't it? Hold out a 3-0 lead, but the stoppage is in that as well. The stage that we're playing on, thousands of people here. And these were the highlights from that game. It was only one goal that was scored, and this was it. Watch that run from Thierry Henry. Went low driven, and I'll make it 3-0 there.
Yeah, just looking at Desari on the stage as well, he looks really relaxed. Very comfortable right now. It's 3-0 up, and Pina looks a little bit like a defeated man at this point.
It's safe to say the UK crowd here at the O2 Arena are loving him as well. Now it's Desari. But there's still time. There's still a half. Just got to believe. And what do you think his coach will be saying to him right now?
Desari's or Stefano's?
Stefano.
You just saw a change from him. I think he went 3-4-2-1. He's got 45 minutes left of FIFA 18 as competitively this year. This is the final game. He's still in that 4-2-2. I would have changed personally. What's wrong with, if you're going to lose, you may as well lose going out fighting, not carry on playing a 4-2-2 and just get defeated.
And of course, that's the trophy new for this year. 20 million, or probably even more, wanted to get their hands on that trophy. It was made specially for this tournament. It'll be the first name on the FIFA eWorld Cup trophy as well, at the O2 Arena. And it just speaks, volumes, how fast this esport is moving.
The last time Saudi Arabia was successful in the FIFA Interactive World Cup as it was then, 2015 in Munich.
Mr. Dunn it was. Against Julian Dasseville in Munich, as you mentioned. And now it's rebranded as the FIFA eWorld Cup, and it's a new trophy. Imagine being that first name on there, for how long this competition lives on. The first name on that trophy.
History. We are watching history unfold right now at the O2.
It's being made right now. Or if Stefano Pina got himself back, I'm sure that would be a historic final comeback, if it can happen.
Yeah, you'd be playing it for years to come if Stefano can turn this game around.
And what has the Belgian got for us? Recently just signed for PSV as well. Had such a good year. But so is MS Desari. Manchester champion. Played in a few other tournaments as well, such as the SWC in Paris.
Club World Cup in Paris as well.
And now he's here, on the big stage, and he's thriving off the crowd. Just happy to score more and more goals. Stefano needs to get that ball. Get a hold of it, get himself a goal as soon as possible. Just to put out that little bit of hope in his mind to think, right, I can get back in this game. There is still hope for me.
Just looking at the way Desari is as well.
Vieira.
Elbows on the armrest, looks very, very comfortable. When he's playing at a desk as well, he likes to put his elbows on the desk.
He's always happy as well, isn't he? He's always smiling. Stefano Pina, R9, just rushed the shot a little bit there. He's got a lot of space if he wants to use it. Again, though, I think he's just rushing his chances.
Yeah, look at him, he's getting visibly frustrated as well. He knows that time is slipping away. And this comeback is slowly, the chance of it happening, slowly decreasing.
The pause has been cued by MS Desari.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a formation change from Desari as well. Maybe switch into a 4-3-3 second variation. We know he likes that.
Something a little bit more defensive maybe that will work for him. Oh, he saw the idea there.
And then also as Stefano Pina is coming forward, going attacking, ultra attacking. If he's playing with a 4-3-3, then wide players are going to get in time and time again out wide. And that's where the game really does get killed off.
Well, nearly 15 in-game minutes gone already. No goals scored. We will go into a pause as well for both of these players. We're expecting a change maybe defensively for Desari. And why wouldn't you when you're 3-0 up?
Really late tackle there from Ruud Gullit.
And we can see Stefano as well.
So we're seeing the changes here into that 4-3-3 second variation, as we thought it would be, from MS Desari press back line. Drift wide for him, and he's also reducing them custom tactics down as well. You see what a venue the O2 is, Brandon.
It's great as well that so many people have come out as well to watch this huge final. The only change for Stefano Pina, we shall see any second now, but it's certainly a potential impact substitution.
Yeah, he had a massive impact at the World Cup, killing Mbappe coming on, the 97 rated Mbappe. And we still staying in that 4-2-2 is Stefano. The 4-3-3 swap has been made by MS Desari.
The change as well, Richard, for MS Desari. He loves to do it, and I can see why. Brings on a fresh Vieira around this time in the game, just to drop into that CDM role.
Just anchor in front of the defence, just move left to right, interceptions, the aggression that he needs. He's got the pace, the physicality as well late on in the game. A fresh Vieira, it's a great tactical change. And also Hazard, 99, and Suarez, 99, both festival football items that really changed up the meta in the game. They've added another couple of players that you can really play with in that attacking third.
Vieira back to Neymar. This is Stefano Pina now, trying to turn the edge of the box. Nearly! You saw the idea there.
Yeah, the luck's just not gone with Stefano. As it on another day, that might rebound to his striker. This time it seems as though it's all with MS Desari as he clears his lines.
It's positive though from Stefano. They really need to take that chance, because as you can see, he's not going to get many of these chances against Desari. Very good defensively. Happy to keep the ball in the right areas. Stefano will be pulled out of position. Gaps will appear behind. Next thing you know, could be MS Desari 4-0, 5-0. But as you said, Richard, there's no harm of going out and attacking and saying, all right, I tried this, I tried that.
And if memory serves me correctly as well, in 2015, I believe it was 3-0, that Mr. Dunn won as well. So maybe that's the magic scoreline for Saudi Arabia.
It was indeed. Paul Pogba. Stefano needs to get on this ball. Desari will just strike again. He's waiting for his time to find that little gap. Vieira into Gullit nearly. This could be a chance. Maybe a chance. Ronaldo one-on-one against De Gea. He just panicked there. An extra heavy touch. The timing of the keeper as well was key.
Yeah, really, really well done from Desari. Brought out the keeper. Forced him to make that decision. He either had to dink it or try and take it past him, and neither of them two things.
That's two chances, Richard.
Are that efficient this year. Everything has gone Desari's way.
And he has played well. He's been very clever. Always changing his play style. Always making a change with his formation or key players that he likes to bring on. That Vieira that he brings on every time, and that CDM is working wonders.
Well, having that plan A, plan B, plan C, we've seen him switch into a 4-4-2 second variation as well.
Pogba now to make it 4-0.
He's got different options in his locker that he can bring on. He's probably been the best Xbox player this year.
It's crazy.
Definitely since April.
It's crazy to think that MS Desari is about a minute and a half away from winning $250,000.
Huge money. Life-changing sums of money.
And he'll be the best FIFA player from this season. First name on the FIFA eWorld Cup trophy. He's coming again, he wants another one. Suarez into Gullit! Get that name on the trophy! MS Desari!
Yeah, great goal. You see the favourite owner coming out from him. Runs down the line, cuts inside, Ronaldo into Suarez, little back heel into Ruud Gullit, and that seals the game. Signed, sealed and delivered, MS Dasari.
Such a mature performance in this final of such big stakes. You know, it's so hard not to think about that huge prize, that huge trophy, the status that will come with winning this tournament. But that is where you have to look back at Manchester. You have to look back at key points in this FIFA 18 competitive season and then ask why. Why is he there? Why is he playing like this?
Because he's a winner. He knows what he needs to do to get over the line.
You have to say Stefano has kept many doubters quiet this tournament. To be the second best or the best PlayStation player is a huge achievement. You saw last time Dito, he came second, went and signed for Manchester City. Of course, Stefano's already signed for PSV. And one of the best Belgian players.
Well, he's the best PlayStation 4 player in the world right now. He made it to the grand final in this cross-console final with MS Dasari. Just a little bit too good for him.
And it's a great story, MS Dasari. Brought his family over. All the way from Saudi Arabia, they've been here supporting him all the way, brother, cousin, the list goes on.
Well, they said they were going to give the trophy to him as a gift. That shows the sort of man that MS Dasari is. Joked about it before, build this man a statue. I can guarantee that statue is getting put up right now in Saudi Arabia.
And you can imagine as well at home, the support he'll be receiving. He always gets a lot of support on the stream. Seconds away now. He will be a champion in London. MS Dasari, $250,000 and your first FIFA eWorld Cup champion. History is made in London.
And a deserved winner as well. 2-0, 2-0 the scorelines. There was nothing lucky about the game. He knew what he had to do and he did it, and he's getting a standing ovation from this crowd at the O2.
What a final and a typical celebration of Dasari. Saw it in Manchester. He is a champion, a world champion, let's remember. And as you said, commiserations to Stefano Pin. A fantastic tournament for that man. Should be so proud of himself. So far, he's done so well this year.
Yeah, it looked like just one game too far for Stefano Pin. He didn't have what it took in the end to compete with MS Dasari, both on the Xbox and then on the PlayStation 4. But back to the winner. What a year it has been for him.
An incredible year for the Saudi Arabian, who performed well in Manchester, performed well in a number of tournaments this year, and then to round it off this year with that new trophy. You can see it in the background on the screen there. But let's take a look at the final. Let's have a look how it all planned out and how the Saudi Arabian will be walking away from London $250,000 richer.
So 2-0 up at this point from the first leg then. Plays into Thierry Henry at that right attacking mid-spot. That's what you get with a 4-2-2. You get good width. Low-driven shot across the goalkeeper. And then he did make it 4 and really put the nail in Pina's coffin late on.
You can see all the spectators there that have come out in numbers today. So watch this grand final. Watch the best FIFA players in the world that have been just superb. This was the chance for Stefano.
Heroic defending.
He just panicked a little bit there, didn't he? Obviously, time was running out for him. Chances weren't going to fall to him.
Throwing the bodies in front of the ball.
And this was the other chance, Richard, that we looked at. Ronaldo was on the edge of the box, played inside.
Maybe could have took another touch potentially out of his feet and tried going near post.
And then there was this one. He found himself in so much space. Cristiano Ronaldo made the runner off. Ramos committed. And sometimes when you have so much time to think about a chance like that, you do panic.
Well, Dasari had one in the first game. Exact same opportunity, Ronaldo going through, and then this was the goal that did seal it. Lovely little piece of skill. The fake Rabona coming out from MS Dasari.
Played one more, finesse, bullet. And that was when the name, you could say, was already on the trophy.
MS Dasari from Saudi Arabia. You can see when that fourth goal went in, they knew it was all over.
A proud family, and I'm sure thousands back at home will be watching this and going absolutely crazy. There's his celebration, the trademark MS Dasari celebration. But this is how it all planned out then. PlayStation leg, 2-0. And of course, Stefano was behind at that point.
Yeah, 2-0, 2-0, both on the PlayStation and the Xbox. Clean sheet for MS Dasari, and that's how he won the FIFA eWorld Cup 2018.
And that is it for this season. The FIFA World Cup champion has been found, and that's MS Dasari. Back to Laura and Spencer.
Guys, thank you very much. Right, this is it. 20 million people entered, and now we have our winner. Please welcome to the stage the winner of the FIFA eWorld Cup Series. It's MS Dasari. And Spencer is alongside me to announce him the trophy. Off you go. Back up there, yeah? Come over here. Congratulations. Just pop that down for a moment. I know you don't really want to take it out of your hands yet, but just sum up how you're feeling. You've done it. You've won.
I can't hear you.
You are the winner. How are you feeling?
I'm really proud that I made my country proud. That's my first aim.
What will this mean to your country, Saudi Arabia?
You can see I'm proud that I make them proud. It's the trophy.
There are your friends and your family and your cousin as well, who was your coach. Did you want to say thank you to him too?
Yeah, I just said to them that I'm very grateful that he's here with me.
Does it feel real yet? Because you are the winner. You are the FIFA eWorld Cup champion.
Actually, first of all, this is my second event in UK and second winner, so I think this is my second home.
You've done tremendously well. At 18 years old, is this the start of the MS Dasari era? We're going to see you winning it again next year. What do you think?
Hopefully, my aim every year to make my country proud, and I hope every year I am the champion again.
Done tremendously well.
Listen, congratulations. We'll come back to you in a moment, but let's have a word from the runner-up. Who's with you, boy?
Thank you, Laura. I'm here with Stefano Pina. Stefano, commiserations on your loss, but I mean, talk me through that match. How did that go for you?
Yeah, it was difficult for me, especially on the Xbox side. On the PlayStation side, I don't score my chances, and he did well. So yeah, deserved the winner, and congrats to Dasari.
Now, how was it play on Xbox? Were you comfortable with the controller, or was it a bit difficult?
It was difficult, yeah, it was just difficult on the Xbox.
Now, what did you find that was difficult to play against Dasari? Like, what was it? Was it the defense? I know that he was his pressure was amazing. It seemed like he always had like a last-ditch tackle coming in from somewhere, even if you had a shot on goal.
Yeah, he didn't let me. He didn't play my game style because of his pressure. So yes, and his defense is amazing. So.
And I know you're probably, you're feeling down, but I don't think you should be too sad because, of course, not a lot of people were talking about you before this tournament, and you did make it all the way to the final with $50,000. I mean, I know that Belgium is watching. What would you like to say to the fans back home?
I want to thank all my fans for supporting me, and yeah, I can't go all the way, but I'm proud of myself.
So, unfortunately, Stefano Pina is the runner-up to MS Dasari, but there's nothing to be ashamed about because he did make his country and PSV Esports proud. Now let's go back to Laura on the stage.
Thank you, G-Boy. Absolutely, you should be very proud because he is runner-up out of 20 million people. Alongside me is the winner, MS Dasari. Let's just concentrate on your game because across two legs, considering the fact you also played on your console you're not most comfortable with, you didn't concede any goals.
I'm actually pro at both consoles, and I think I defend very well on both games, and I deserve to be 2 games clean sheet. Yeah.
Very well done indeed. Listen, you've got the trophy. You said you want to share it as a gift with your family, but the big question is, what are you going to do with this $250,000?
I haven't decided yet. My aim every year to get more trophies. This year I got 2, and last year I got 1, and hopefully every year better and better.
Nice.
Your name is going to be on that trophy. It's actually going to be engraved on it. Does that mean a lot?
Yeah, it's actually going to be very amazing besides the other trophies I get.
What was it like picking it up? Because we weren't allowed to touch it earlier on. Spencer was only allowed to hand it over to you.
You mean it's heavy or not? No.
Pick it up. Go on, give it another go.
No.
I think they like that, actually.
Yeah. It's really amazing, and it's an honor, you know, to be the first guy to hold the new trophy.
Your parents are watching at home. Have you got a message for them?
Can I say that in Arabic? أتمنى يا أبوي وأمي إني أسعدتكم اليوم، وإن شاء الله دايم أسعدكم قد ما أقدر، وللي كل دعمني وساندني هذه هدية لكم.
All right, ladies and gents, we're going to have one more trophy lift. Please put your hands together for the FIFA eWorld Cup champion, MS Desari. All right, let's hand back over to Chewboy, who's with some of our semi-finalists.
Thank you, Laura. Now, I'm here with Marcusa from Man City and Kurt from Malta, the best hair in FIFA esports and the best personality in FIFA esports. Now, Marcusa, what do you think about that final? Do you think that Desari deserved to win?
Well, it was a very good final. Desari was amazing. I think it's deserved that he won the whole thing.
Now, do you think Stefano, if you were in Stefano Pino's shoes, what would you have done differently, you think, to counter Desari's style?
Well, it's very hard to say when you don't sit in the chair, but I would have changed the formation in the halftime and the second game. Maybe a more offensive play style and formation, but yeah, it's very hard to say. I think Pino knows what he's doing.
Now, Kurt, you unfortunately lost to Desari in that semi-final. What is so different about him when you played him? Like, what makes him, you were blowing through the opposition before you met Desari. What was it about him that you found so tough to play against?
Yeah, he's a top quality player. He keeps the ball really, really well. Scored some questionable goals against me, but I think it's a deserved winner, 100%.
Now, did you expect him to go all the way? I know he's been in FIFA 17. He was a champion there in terms of the previous events, and then FIFA 18. Did you expect him to go that far before the tournament?
I mean, after he beat me, for sure, yeah.
Now, this is going to be a controversial question, but I know in the past a lot of the champions come from the Xbox side. Do you think that the PlayStation side will ever see a champion, or is it just always going to be Xbox?
Always going to be Xbox.
Always going to be Xbox. Marcusa, what do you think about that? I mean, you play on the PlayStation. Is there a difference between the talent pool on both consoles, or is it just lucky that Xbox did win in the end?
Well, I played one game last year on the Xbox, and I went 6-1 in finals, so yeah.
Wow, very interesting debate that I'm sure a lot of you guys will have in the chat. Xbox or PlayStation, either way, Desari is the champion of the 2018 FEWC. Now let's head back to Spencer and Laura on the stage.
Thank you very much, Chewboy. You can see there MS Desari with his media team, with his family and friends, taking the trophy out for a little run around. The media attention there is absolutely incredible, Spencer, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of interviews to do now, I'm sure. Saw him sort of embraced by Brent Koenig before that, the EA commissioner as well, and he's a worthy champion, and I'm sure he'll do the role proud.
Brilliant. OK, let's hand you back over to our commentary team.
Thank you very much, guys, and it's crazy to think now that this is the end of the FIFA 18 competitive season. We started out back in October, November last year. All we saw was the FIFA eWorld Cup. What is this going to be? We saw the whole structure of the global series, and now, months later, we have a champion from Saudi Arabia, and he's going to be a hero for at least the next few hours, for the next years to come. His name will be on that trophy first as well, and he'll be taking pictures with that trophy all night long.
Yeah, for the next year, he's the champion. He's the defending champion. Hopefully he's back next year. Hopefully he has a good FIFA 19. He's back on the sticks to defend his crown, but what a performance that was. 2-0, 2-0. Very mature performance. He kept possession really well. Finished when he needed to. Might have got the rubber green with a couple of lucky decisions that went his way. Stefano had a couple of chances that he just didn't take in the end, but you can't question it. He's the worthy champion.
It's a crazy story because it is a tale of two halves of MS Desari. You could say the half of the game cycle of FIFA 18, he was nowhere really to be seen in the competitive structure. This second half, he's been everywhere. We saw, as we say again and again, we saw him at ESWC in Paris, picked up third place there, went to Manchester, the rest was business there. And then from then he just consistent. Obviously we don't know the story behind that, but it's crazy to think that someone like maybe not Megabit that was consistent from day one, yes, he got to the grand final and he deserved that, but it's just crazy how it all works.
Just look at the story of the finals, the final pinner. It wasn't really that much of a favourite coming into the competition. Desari was, a lot of people said he could win it, but it weren't the name on the tip of your tongue. That was Nicholas. Well, it doesn't matter how you got here, it matters what you do over the course of 3 days. And over the course of the 3 days, Desari has been the best player.
Well, this was the grand final going through it, right from the beginning, from leg one. The German team weren't commentating on, which was a 2-0 win on MS Desari's away console. This chance here, Stefano Pin had the exact same chance. I don't know what it is. When you have loads of space, you want on with the keeper, it's just panic.
You think about it too much. You think, do I try and take it around him? Do I try and dink it over him? Do I open up my body and do a low German finesse?
This was the goal that kicked things off in the final. 37 minutes on the clock. Barely any reaction. He knew that this was just the start. And that was Arnaud Ronaldo running away and kicking off this final in style. To have the confidence, though, that he did, the composure for $250,000 he was playing for.
It was like just a little weekend league game to him.
It was like a group game for him.
Yeah, he only did lose one match throughout the competition, I believe, and that was in the groups. I think against Gorilla, in fact, so remarkable story for him. And how many times do we have to say it? Deserved winner. You can see how much it means to him, his friends and his family, and just turning around now, the swarm of people around him still there, taking pictures with fans, media organisations.
And then this was game number 2, Rich. Obviously, Stefano at this point, 2-0 down, needed to start well. Played really well for the first 25 minutes, then that happened. Destructed all Stefano's plans, unfortunately.
Yeah, 30 minutes in, brought the deadlock in the second leg. If Stefano would have scored first, we could have had a serious game on his hands, but as soon as that goal went in, you saw Stefano, his mood changed. MS Desari knew that pretty much game over if I keep the ball how I know I can. There's not going to be much room or many chances that Stefano does get. He did have a couple though, Brandon.
He did indeed. This was one of them. Bit of space there, of course.
Look at the defender here.
A little bit. Not saying that chance should be going in, but could have maybe used it better. And then he had another few chances after that, Richard.
Yeah, this one here played, I believe it was into R9, first time on the left foot.
It's one of them though. Obviously Neymar was lurking at the back post.
Sometimes that'd rebound to Neymar.
And then this was like MS Desari's in the first game.
Broke the offside trap really well. This touch right here, it's just too heavy. You need to let go of RT or R2, whether you're on PS4 or Xbox One, and just slow down a little bit. Wait for the goalkeeper to get close and then just slow it past him. But talking about the pass, this was the final goal. Fate Rabona into Suarez, one more to Hullet, and that sealed the deal for the man from Saudi.
Would do that extra pass, Richard. This is the difference when you're sitting at home probably thinking, I could easily win £250,000. It's completely different when you're at the O2 Arena, first and foremost. You've got, incredible numbers here, fans making noise when you're winning or losing. And to play that one more pass in such a big game, as we said again and again, to put your name on that trophy, he deserves a lot of credit.
Yeah, we run out of superlatives to describe his performance throughout the tournament. It was really fantastic. It just seemed composed, it just seemed comfortable throughout the tournament, really. And that final, some players would crumble there. MS Desari did not crumble. He stood tall. And like I said, that statue's got to be getting put up now in Saudi Arabia.
You have to say, Richard, obviously this is the last game of the competitive season for FIFA 18. It's been a pleasure, obviously, to cover a few of the events alongside a fantastic talent team and broadcast team. And it's just crazy to think that now this is it for FIFA 18. We've had a champion, and now everyone, or a lot of people that even make this event, will be waiting for FIFA 19 to come along.
Yeah, FIFA 19 just around the corner, but one person who still has something to say, Laura Woods.
Thank you very much, boys. We're going to have loads more reaction after the break. Let's just have a quick confirmation then of the scores. You can see it there. MS Desari with a 2-0 win in that first leg, and then 2-0 in the second leg as well, winning 4-0 overall, Spencer. Pretty amazing, really. The prize money he will win, $250,000. We're going to be handing that over shortly, but also $50,000 for the runner-up, which is not to be sneered at, is it?
No, I mean, it's more than double what the winner got 2 years ago, so it's a fantastic piece to take home with you, but he won't be happy because he was so close to winning the whole thing, and I think maybe on a different day he could have got some goals. He had a lot of chances there that didn't quite work for him, but to win 2-0, both legs, clean sheets, both legs, shows how good Dasari is across both consoles.
He's so happy. Look at him there with his trophy, going around posing for photos with people. People from the media coming over to take photos and interview him, and also children as well, looking up to him. And there's Tass as well. He was in it a couple of years ago. He used to be on your team. In fact, a finalist last year too.
Yep, and I'm sure he'll be back next year. There's loads of players who will be even more hungry as a result of this. People like Gorilla, obviously, who won it last year and has been dethroned, essentially. No one can ever take away the fact that he won last year, but I know what Gorilla's like. He wants to be dominant in his scene.
Yeah.
He wants to leave a legacy, so he needs to go and get his hands on this trophy again.
Brilliant. All right, loads more reaction after this quick break. Hello, welcome back to the FIFA eWorld Cup. We have had our grand final and we know who our champion is. It's MS Dasari of Saudi Arabia. But he is not the only person that wins prizes. We also have our semi-finalists and our runner-up on stage now. And to present the checks to these boys is Alexander Shapiro from Visa. So first of all, we'll start with our semi-finalists and £20,000 each. Please come forward, Alex. So here we go, £20,000 first of all for our semi-finalist Spencer.
Yep.
Kurt there, and Marcuso as well. £20,000 is a lot of money, isn't it, for these guys?
Of course. I mean, they won't be thinking about that right now. I'm sure they're still a little bit devastated. The wounds are still fresh. But in time, I think they can both be really happy with this as a sign of progress in their career.
And next to our runner-up, Stefano Pina. Brilliant display throughout the whole competition, only losing a match there in the grand final. Alex, could you present him with his cheque, which is $50,000? And a round of applause for the crowd. He was brilliant the whole way through, wasn't he?
He was fantastic. Yeah, like you say, he only lost in the game that really counted, but he did so well to get there, and 50,000 is an incredible amount of money.
And finally, we've already had the trophy presentation, but Alex is now going to present our winner, MS Dasari, with a whopping $250,000 for first place. A round of applause, please, guys. Not bad, is it? For little old esports, eh?
It's not bad. I mean, it's the result of a lot of work over almost a year. It's not just as simple as turning up here and playing the games. He's put in hours and days and weeks and months of practice, you know, probably played thousands of games at home, and he thoroughly deserves it.
Well, MS Dasari won the first leg 2-0, and that was on his not favoured console, the PS4. This is how he did it in the second console on his own one Xbox.
Well, here we go. Second leg on the Xbox One.
And 2 goals needed for Stefano Pina on his away console. I think if you look back to the FIFA Club World Cup, Dasari did play on PlayStation there when he was teamed up with the Royal. That is old team, in fact, before he did mean to Team Rogue. This is the second leg.
And as Chu said, both players playing that 4-2-2. That literally only changes between the two sides is Dasari's using Pogba, the '94 Festival of Football, and Lionel Messi, Team of the Year, in his team. Stefano Pina, Vieira and Neymar in those positions. Everything else identical between the two players.
On paper, you would say that MS Dasari, yes, he's on his home console. He's played even better today. What we see from champions usually, as the tournament goes throughout, they get better and better as we go game by game through the knockout stage. But there's no reason why Stefano cannot go and get a result, or at least get himself back in this game.
Well, he has to high press from the start. He has to get a goal back. If he gets a goal back early, we've got a real good final on his hands. If Dasari can get 1-2 goals and really put this game out of Pina's reach, can't see any way back on his away console as well. I'm not sure how much experience he has on the Xbox One.
Well, it could have been 3 or 4 last game, that chance so early on when MS Dasari found himself in so much space, one-on-one with the keeper, brought out David De Gea, just about survived that one, did Stefano Pina. As MS Dasari comes forward again, tried to feed that one to Paul Pogba. And unfortunately for him, it will fall back to David De Gea.
Yeah, lovely little interchange from Dasari, looking to get Pogba in behind. Runs all the way through to David De Gea, and he's going to play out from the back. As you see, a lot of players do. They don't like to waste the ball. They don't like to pump it long and have the opportunity to lose the header.
This could be interesting. R9 Ronaldo, killer ball through to Neymar. Just pushed off it.
Offside,
offside anyway. But I think coming throughout this tournament, a lot of people have said this about Stefano, you know, on paper, not one of the favourites that came into the competition, but still, one of the best 32 players in the world. Again, people could be doubting him right now on this away console, thinking maybe he can't do it, maybe, you know, it's not possible. He's proved enough people wrong.
Yeah, people were doubting him from the start of the competition. Probably a lot of people didn't actually think he'd get out of the groups. He made it to the quarterfinals in Amsterdam, and here he is in the grand final. Even said he's... Look at the controls there. You can see the grip that Dasari's got. Very comfortable. Pina looks a little bit foreign to that Xbox One controller.
And we always see MS Dasari, whether this is in, of course, the grand final now, but before, he always has a good first leg. It's important to him to score a few goals. I think I was looking at some stats come into it. Scores 3 goals a game. That's his average, 3 goals a game. But he does concede a few as well.
Yeah, he does. I think the Kurt game in particular, when he took that 5-3 lead into the second leg, that was massive for him. It meant that in the second leg he could play this same sort of style right now. Keep the ball, keep possession.
And if Dasari can hold on to this, he'll be $250,000 richer, and the first name on that FIFA eWorld Cup new trophy designed for this year. The best player out of 20 million from all around the world.
Flat threaded through ball down the line, decides to play into feet instead. Not rushing anything at the minute, Pina.
Seeming quite confident though as he comes forward with Cristiano Ronaldo. And a really good defender. One thing I'm noticing from Emis Dasari is he's changed his play style a little bit. Happy to maybe sit a little bit deeper, keep the ball in the right areas. Because he knows that he's got 2 goals in front.
A carbon copy of the Kurt game, really just kept the ball in that second leg for the majority of the match. He had a 2-goal cushion going into that game as well.
Omri. Cristiano Ronaldo on the bench.
It's a chance.
Omri again! That's 3-0. And Emis Dasari is even closer to becoming a world champion in London.
Thierry Henry, fantastic, low-driven across the goalkeeper into that, playing that right attacking mid-spot. It means he doesn't have to cut inside, he can just shoot straight across the goalkeeper. Probably the best way to score this year, when you are one-on-one on an angle. If you shoot and the keeper saves it, 9 times out of 10 you're going to get that rebound to your striker. But no rebound needed for Dasari. A third of this game completed. Takes his lead to 3-0.
You got to say, Stefano must feel a little bit deflated now. He came into this game, he needed to be confident, he needed to come out from the block from the start. And that goal would have not helped him at all.
Can he bounce straight back?
That's what's key. The best players can do that.
No, he cannot.
You can see Stefano there just get a little bit agitated with what's going on the screen, not too happy. Needs to stay focused. There's still a long, long time for him to get back in this game. You saw the match here against Marcuso. Went to extra time, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a super tight game, that one as well. Late winner from Stefano, knocking out the Manchester City man.
Dasari again now. Cristiano Ronaldo into it. All the time in the world on the edge of the box. He's happy just to play out wide and try and bring others into attack.
Dasari's been fantastic since probably ESWC, where we first saw him this year.
It's got better and better, and I think a few players were asking who you're practicing against. Main just says his coach. I'm sure the rule will be in there as well. Yes, there are different consoles, but we can see now that Mr. Dasari can play on both.
Yeah, seems very, very comfortable on his preferred console, which is the Xbox, but on that PlayStation 4, put on a clinic against Stefano.
And here he comes again, Pogba.
Just look at that
so happy to keep possession. Play left, play right. Look like you're going to attack, then just do it all again. And that leaves questions to Stefano. Do I go and press that ball? Do I pull out a man from my defence? He's going to try and get through there. Oh no.
Wow, that could have been disastrous for Stefano at the back. 64% possession on the 40th minute Dasari had. Remarkable stats to be able to keep the ball.
Since that goal went in as well, Richard, that Stefano
looks a little bit deflated.
Seems a little bit... he's lacking confidence. Anytime there's to believe in himself, I think there's a little bit of hope. This is it. The biggest stage in the O2 Arena. The 2 best players in the whole world on this FIFA 18 competitive season. And we're in half-time, nearly. Added time of 2 minutes. Stefano trying to defend this one. Get yourself into half-time, have a word with your coach, and maybe make something to change. Go through at the back occasionally.
Dasari is probably about 6 minutes away from winning $250,000. You can see his family
the
there.
flags are out. If Stefano Pina got himself back, I'm sure that would be a historic final comeback, if it can happen.
Yeah, you'd be playing it for years to come if Stefano can turn this game around.
And what has the Belgian got for us? Recently just signed for PSV as well. Had such a good year. So is Emis Dasari. Manchester champion. Played in a few other tournaments as well, such as the SWC in Paris.
Club World Cup in Paris as well.
And now he's here on the big stage, and he's thriving off the crowd. Just happy to score more and more goals. Stefano needs to get that ball. Get a hold of it. Get himself a goal as soon as possible. Just to put a little bit of hope in his mind to think, right, I can get back in this game. There is still hope for me.
Just looking at the way Dasari is as well.
Vieira.
elbows on the armrest, looks very, very comfortable. When he's playing at a desk as well, he likes to put his elbows
He's always
on the
happy
desk.
as well, isn't he? He's always smiling. Stefano Pinna, R9, just rushed the shot a little bit. He's got a lot of space if he wants to use it. Again, though, I think he's just rushing his chances.
Yeah, look at him, he's getting visibly frustrated as well. He knows that time is slipping away, and this comeback is slowly, the chance of it happening, slowly decreasing.
The pause has been cued by MS Dasari.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a formation change from Dasari as well, maybe switch into a 4-3-3 second variation. We know he likes that.
Something a little bit more defensive maybe that will work for him. Oh, he saw the idea there.
And then also as Stefano Pinna is coming forward, going attacking, ultra attacking. If he's playing with a 4-3-3, then wide players are going to get in time and time again out wide. And that's where the game really does get killed off.
Well, nearly 15 in-game minutes gone already. No goals scored. We will go into a pause as well for both of these players. We're expecting a change, maybe defensively for MS Dasari. Well, why wouldn't you when you're 3-0 up?
Really late tackle there from Ruud Gullit.
And we can see Stefano as well.
So we're seeing the changes here into that 4-3-3 second variation, as we thought it would be from MS Dasari. Press back line. Drift wide for him, and he's also reducing them custom tactics down as well. You see what a venue the O2 is, Brandon.
It's great as well. There's so many people have come out as well to watch this huge final. The only change for Stefano Pinna, we shall see any second now, but it's certainly a potential impact substitution.
Yeah, he had a massive impact at the World Cup, killing Mbappe coming on, the 97 rated Mbappe. And we still staying in that 4-2-2 is Stefano. The 4-3-3 swap has been made by MS Dasari.
The change as well, Richard, for MS Dasari. He loves to do it, and I can see why. Brings on a fresh Vieira around this time in the game, just to drop into that CDM role.
Just anchor in front of the defence, just move left to right, interceptions, the aggression that he needs. He's got the pace, the physicality as well late on in the game. A fresh Vieira, it's a great tactical change. And also Hazard, 99, and Suarez, 99, both festival of football items that really changed up the meta in the game. They've added another couple of players that you can really play with in that attacking third.
Vieira back to Neymar. This is Stefano Pinna now, trying to turn the edge of the box, nearly. You saw the idea there.
Yeah, the luck's just not gone with Stefano, has it? On another day, that might rebound to his striker. This time it seems as though it's all with MS Dasari as he clears his lines.
It's positive though from Stefano. They really need to take that chance, because as you can see, he's not going to get many of these chances against Dasari. Very good defensively. Happy to keep the ball in the right areas. Stefano will be pulled out of position. Gaps will appear behind. Next thing you know, it could be MS Dasari 4-0, 5-0. But as you said, Richard, there's no harm of going out and attacking and saying, all right, I tried this, I tried that.
And if memory serves him correctly as well, in 2015, I believe it was 3-0 that Mr. Dunn won as well. So maybe that's the magic scoreline for Saudi Arabia.
It was indeed. Paul Pogba. Stefano needs to get on this ball. Dasari will just strike again. He's waiting for his time to find that little gap. Vieira into Gullit nearly. This could be a chance. Maybe a chance. Ronaldo, 1-on-1 against De Gea. It's a heavy touch there. An extra heavy touch. The timing of the keeper as well was key.
Yeah, really well done from Dasari. Brought out the keeper. Forced him to make that decision. He either had to dink it or try and take it past him, and neither of them two things.
That's two chances, Richard.
Are that efficient this year. Everything has gone Dasari's way.
And he has played well. He's been very clever. Always changing his play style. Always making a change with his formation or key players that he likes to bring on. That Vieira that he brings on every time, and that CDM is working wonders.
Well, having that plan A, plan B, plan C, we've seen him switch into a 4-4-2 second variation as well.
Pogba now to make it 4-0.
He's got different options in his locker that he can bring on. Probably being the best Xbox player this year.
It's crazy.
Definitely since April.
It's crazy to think that MS Desari is about a minute and a half away from winning $250,000.
Huge money. Life-changing sums of money.
And he'll be the best FIFA player from this season. First name on the FIFA eWorld Cup trophy. He's coming again, he wants another one. Suarez into Hullet! Get that name on the trophy! MS Desari!
Yeah, great goal. You see the fake Rabona coming out from him. Runs down the line, cuts inside Ronaldo. Into Suarez, little back heel into Ruud Hullet, and that seals the game. Signed, sealed and delivered. MS Desari.
Such a mature performance in this final of such big stakes. You know, it's so hard not to think about that huge prize, that huge trophy, the status that will come with winning this tournament. But that is where you have to look back at Manchester. You have to look back at key points in this FIFA 18 competitive season and then ask why. Why is he there? Why is he playing like this?
Because he's a winner. He knows what he needs to do to get over the line.
You have to say Stefano has kept many doubters quiet this tournament. To be the second best or the best PlayStation player is a huge achievement. You saw last time Dito, he came second, went and signed for Manchester City. Of course, Stefano's already signed for PSV. And one of the best Belgian players.
Well, he's the best PlayStation 4 player in the world right now. He made it to the grand final in this cross-console final with MS Desari. Just a little bit too good for him.
And it's a great story, MS Desari. Brought his family over. All the way from Saudi Arabia, they've been here supporting him. All the way, brother, cousin, the list goes on.
We said we were going to give the trophy to him as a gift. That shows the sort of man that MS Desari is. Joked about it before. Build this man a statue. I can guarantee that statue is getting put up right now in Saudi Arabia.
And you can imagine as well at home, the support he'll be receiving. He always gets a lot of support on the stream. Seconds away now. He will be a champion in London. MS Desari, $250,000 and your first FIFA eWorld Cup champion. History is made in London.
History is made indeed. MS Desari puts his name on that trophy, the new trophy, and the first name that will ever be engraved on it. Confirmation of the scores then. He won 4-0 overall against Stefano Pina. That first leg was the PlayStation, and he won that 2-0. And then the Xbox, his preferred console, he won that 2-0. Did it without conceding a single goal in the final. And look what it means to him, lifting the trophy. His friends and family in the crowd, his parents watching from home. He was very confident the whole way through, and he had a real reason to be, didn't he, Spencer?
He did. You know what, when you embark on a journey like this, which has been a long journey to find the best FIFA player in the world, and there's a load of different ways you could get to the final, and all this stuff that's been part of the sort of ecosystem this year, the main goal you've got to have is to find the true world champion, the best player in the world this year. And I think we've done it. I think MS Desari completely deserves the win. Congratulations to him and to everyone in Saudi Arabia who are the official world champions of FIFA.
We were having a little look at the crowd, and there were lots of young players that were coming up to him and chatting to him and taking photos. For any players that are watching now, what would your advice be?
Well, the first piece of advice has got to be, look, FIFA 19 is just around the corner. Earlier today, we've seen some huge announcements about what's going to be in FIFA 19, and what that means is every year there's a new game. Every year that's a new opportunity to catch these guys up. Now, Mr. Desari is only 18. He's only been on the scene, 5 minutes in the grand scheme of things. There'll be some new guys next year. We saw people like Tex winning a big tournament earlier in the year as a relative unknown. There'll be new people. That could be you watching at home. So put the practice in, test yourself against the best players you can, and maybe we'll see you at a tournament soon.
Spencer, thank you so much. We've absolutely loved it. It's been an incredible tournament. Thank you for watching along with us for the last 3 days. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we have, and we'll see you again next time.
Wanna look down their nose, they try to judge you. That's how it goes. Don't listen to them. Why sit and take it? This is your life. Get liberated. No one else is looking.
There we go. I'm sorry, what was that? Oh, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. 1, 2, 3, FIFA eWorld Cup, FIFA 18 World Champion, Emis Dazari.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. We're here at the FIFA eWorld Cup. We have a new champion who just won a lot of money. Testing. Okay.
Go, make what you want, take what you want, ayy. Take what you want, say what you wanna say. Just another day to decide if this the game you wanna play. Make what you want, take what you wanna, ayy. Take what you want, say what you wanna say. Just another day to decide if this the game you wanna play. Magnificent rap, different day. Act timid while black, living they say. Keep up with a style they never had. Don't mean to brag, I bring it back with pen and pad. All aboard who's ready to ride with them. Whole sea of greatness, ready to dive in it. Make what you want, take what you wanna, ayy. Take what you want, say what you wanna say. Just another day to decide if this the game you wanna play.
Guys, welcome to the official FIFA the FIFA eWorld Cup. That was the Interactive World Cup last year. The eWorld Cup 2018 after show. You know, this is where we sit and chat with the lovely Anna West over here. Anna, how you doing?
Well, it's Anna too, but it's very nice to meet you. We have had a very crazy day today with tons of emotion, and we have a winner now with MS Dasari, who is taking home $250,000 US.
Yes, that is correct. 32 competitors came into the O2 and only one man left with $250,000. When I say that number, it boggles my mind, but we're going to talk to two other people that will help us discuss what just happened, but I think you have something to tell us.
Yeah, before they come on, I would like to show a raffle that you could win at home. If you would like a jersey signed by all of our grand finalists, as well as Zach Abel, go on to Twitter. There's a picture of me holding the jersey earlier today, and if you comment with the right answer, you could be the lucky winner later today.
Awesome. Now we'll introduce our two commentators for FEWC. We've got Brandon Smith and Richard Buckley. Guys, why don't you join us up here?
Welcome, guys. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. How are you guys doing?
Thank you for having us, Stu.
Good.
Yeah, no problem. Now, I mean, what an amazing event. You know, here at the O2, we're here in London. MS Dasari coming out as the champion. I mean, what was that like for you guys commentating that?
It's always pretty special when you see a you got a bit of company there, Stu.
Oh yeah, I gotta fly. Who wants to join the after show? I don't
It's always pretty special when you see a crowning moment for somebody. We saw it actually in Manchester, first person for Dasari when he won the Spring Cup. It's just bigger though, isn't it? Now it's almost 10 times the amount of money that he won, $250,000. We kept saying on commentary that's life-changing amounts of money. Like, he could start his own business ventures with this money. He could do anything he wants to do.
Oh, he could spend it on FIFA points.
He could.
Just saying.
That'd be pretty nice.
I mean, he'd have a stacked team.
I think he'll have a stacked team until FIFA 29 with that kind of money. Now, Brandon, how was it for you?
Yeah, an amazing experience. I think what really made it for me was, you know, the crowd that came out. They came out in numbers today, and this is, as I said, it is history today, not just for MS Dasari on the FIFA World Cup trophy, but for probably the most spectators we've had at a competitive FIFA event, and hopefully just the beginning.
There's also a bit of history for me and Brandon as well.
Oh,
to be two influencer tournament winners, can I just say?
That's true. I mean,
right, we got to call that out. We can't forget that they won this tournament. You guys could be up on that stage next year.
I'm not sure how we got that far, Richard, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
I mean, you guys had an amazing journey to where we are now. I mean, remember about a year ago, you know, EA held a little contest to find some new commentators for esports, and you guys entered that. University students, you got in to the scene, and then you're at IWC 2017. And then look at you guys now commentating the final of FEWC 2018. How has it been? You've been to so many countries. How has that a year in the life of Brandon Smith and Richard Buckley been?
Yeah, it's been quite a roller coaster, like 15, 16 months really. EA held the Commentators Cup in back end of April, May time. We got to go to the Berlin finals where we got to meet yourself, Spencer, Jimmy, all the boys there. And then from then on, really, we impressed. Thankfully enough, in the one game that we got to do. And thankfully, FIFA were holding the qualifiers for the grand final last year. Slightly different format this year to get to the finals that we've seen. We got to go to Munich, Qatar, Los Angeles with FIFA. In between that, we were doing tournaments, Sweden, Amsterdam, wherever there were a FIFA tournament, really. We were part of it.
Yeah, you know, to lead on from Richard's point, it's been an incredible journey. We've been grateful to get involved this year. Of course, just the journey for FIFA esports as well over the last 2 years since EA have got involved and pushed it. It's been an incredible journey from $20,000 prize pools to $250,000 now for a first place finish is not bad. And to be the voices behind the streams and the TV, obviously on Sky Sports now, was just, it's a privilege to be a part of.
And it's great. People really know your voice. You guys are faces in the FIFA scene. How does that make you feel when you think of it that way?
It's hard to, when you hear stuff like that, like, it's hard to believe, you know, like, I think like we've still got a bit of a way to go, but to hear nice things like that is what we work for, you know, what we want to do, we want to impress. And again, it's not all about us, it's about just making it entertaining for all the viewers from around the world. And yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, glad that people are enjoying the commentary. At the minute, we still feel every tournament that we do constantly improving as a duo. Or on this morning on the thesaurus.com looking at different terms.
I was wondering where you get your terms from. I mean, this guy pulls them out of the hat like
I
it's
pulled
nothing.
out momentous earlier.
Ooh.
Thank you to Google for that one. But yeah, it's been a remarkable journey, and I think right now with the backing from EA Sports, the developer behind the game, you've seen pretty much like a really amazing like 30 months with FIFA esports, and it's only going to continue to get better.
Wow, amazing journey for you guys, an amazing journey for MS Dasari. Let's see how the tournament went. We'll take a look at the tournament tree. On the Xbox side, it was Kurt, Gold Machine. Of course, Kurt did win and move on to play Gorilla, who was last year's champion, and Kurt went on to defeat Gorilla. On the other side of that, the Xbox side, MS Dasari's journey, he beat Resende from Brazil, and then went on to beat Megabit to reach that Xbox final. It was an amazing battle between Kurt and Dasari. But of course, Dasari did go on to win that. On the PlayStation side, Nicholas went through against Marcuso from Man City. Marcuso did defeat him to go to that PlayStation final, which is the full-on semi-final. On the other hand, Stefano Pina had a different route. He played against Denmark's Aggie, and then Germany's Mo Bamyang, and then Marcuso, who he did defeat to go on to the final. He was undefeated until he met one man, MS Dasari, who is joining us on the couch, and we can see him there lift the trophy. Amazing trophy. Kiss the trophy as well with the confetti, with the flag of Saudi Arabia, his home country, pointing out his family, his friends, his coach. They were all here to witness history and to witness him win $250,000. And here he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Dasari, how are you feeling?
I'm really feeling so happy. You know, I'm really happy, and I'm happy more that I make my family proud more than I won the trophy.
I'm sure you're making everyone in Saudi Arabia proud, not just your family. Now, what was your first reaction when you won today?
Actually, I know it when I finished my first match on the PlayStation route. I know that I'm meeting Cristiano Ronaldo.
So
I'm kind of jealous now.
Yeah. You're already looking to the best FIFA awards. That's what you care about.
Yeah, and actually my friends are jealous. So they are so upset who will come the second guy with me. So yeah.
Well, I mean, actually, quick question. Who are you going to take to the best? I think you get a guess. So who in your family are you going to take to the best awards?
I think it's a tough decision, though.
I'll go with you.
Mike, no.
Hey, I'm your best friend, right? Yo, me and Dasari go way back, you know? Back in Saudi Arabia. No, just kidding.
It might be my coach, the one he came with me. He came also in Vancouver last year, and I won. And this year also I won. So I guess he's the key. And it might be my brother who's handling everything about me. And yeah.
I guess Boy and I'll have to find our own way to get there.
I will meet Ronaldo somehow. Don't worry. I'll be there.
Well, we actually have some tweets from the community with questions that they would like answered. From Antog1996, he would like to know, what does it mean to you winning the eWorld Cup?
It's really an honor, and I'm so happy. And, you know, it can change your life.
I would agree. $250,000 US changes most people's lives, wouldn't you say?
I think a selfie with Ronaldo changes more. I would say. Yeah, I would say that would change. I think that's worth. If you could put a price on a selfie with Ronaldo, what would it be? What would the value be?
I actually dreamed about it so much, so now dreams come true.
Oh, I'm so jealous of this guy. I'm legit. This is not for the camera. I'm actually like upset right now that he gets to. I mean, you got your check with you.
Yeah, we hear it's pretty close. It's right back there. Why don't we get that out here so we can show the camera
You
and
definitely got to
everybody at
show
home?
that off. This is the $250,000 check. I mean, if you go back to Saudi Arabia, can you just take that to the bank? Is that what happens? Like, will they accept this?
You just cash this. Can I hold it?
so,
I've always wanted to hold a big check like this.
Are you jealous more?
Yeah.
Better for or Cristiano?
What's that?
Are you jealous more of the money or Cristiano?
I would say Cristiano, to be honest.
You just can't get any better than Ronaldo, can you?
It's priceless. Priceless interaction.
Now we have another tweet for you from No Mercy 2526. He would like to know, where do you see yourself by the time FIFA 29 releases? So that's in 10 years. You'll be 28, correct?
I didn't expect that question, to be honest.
Well, that's what we like to throw at you here.
Yeah. I hope to be a legend in FIFA, to has won more than one trophy, a FIFA trophy. And I can't say, I might be a player and I might be not.
Well, it's definitely possible. Our oldest player this year was Kai Dido-Vallen. He's 29, so you have a long time left in your FIFA career.
I hope so. Someday I'll bring my kid with me.
We'll pass it on to the next generation.
I wonder. Let's say you have a child, and then he goes on to become a champion. Would you coach him? Would you want to be his coach if he's here?
I would love to, but I don't think he would be good as me.
Well, he might let you into, but kick you out eventually.
I hope so.
We have one more question from Dahom 18. How much time do you spend on FIFA 18 every day?
I actually think I'm the most player who don't play too much, because before the tournament I just played for 3-4 days. And I guess every player was playing with, 2 weeks, one full foot champions. Yeah, but I just played with friends, pros in Saudi. They're good. 3 matches, 4 matches each day, and now I'm the champion.
Well, then I can do that, right?
Anybody can do it, looks like, apparently. I mean,
but first, before we end, I think Pena should be happy. He's the PS4 whole champion. So I think he should, the people behind him, they should be really happy.
I think Stefano Pina should be proud. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights. But of course, Pina, a formidable opponent. What would you find that was most difficult about his play style?
I guess I don't know anything about him. That's the first 20 minutes he was playing better than me because I don't know anything about him.
Well, you figured it out pretty quick.
Yeah, I figured it out, yeah. And,
it wasn't much of a competition. I mean, 4-0 aggregate at the end.
But he's really good, and he was it was a tough game, of course. He's the PS4 whole champion.
What is it that you noticed about his style that you were able to counter? When did it click for you?
I guess he was slowing it in midfield, and whenever he goes attacking, he rushes it. He plays super quick. Then I figured out.
Now you're playing 4-2-2. Why is that so good for you in defense? I know a lot of people always say you're the best defender, and you play 4-2-2. Is it those 2 CDMs and those wide cams? What is it
Actually,
about?
I changed it in the semifinals. So yeah, I was usually playing 4-4-2, second one, the one with CDMs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good with it, not that just a formation.
It's not just the formation. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see, what your life is going to be like after this. I mean, what's the next thing you're going to do?
I don't know. The president of my team, my Saudi team, he called me before the tournament. And the team that I really love, I really, really love, he called me before the tournament and he was like, go make your country proud and I'll meet you when I come in London. And I hope to see you soon and take a photo with me with the trophy.
Well, he must be very proud now. Now, I think we're going to take a look at some of the statistics, the best defensive players.
Wow, and we have Nicholas as the best defensive player. He only conceded an average of 2.33 goals per matchup. I mean, have you ever played against Nicholas before on the PlayStation side or no?
I played him in the warm-ups before I played the grand final, and I'm really grateful for him to accept that game. He's really so good at it.
We did we asked all the players before the tournament who they thought the best defensive player was, and Nicholas was without a doubt who came up.
Exactly. And now talking about defense, we now move to offense. And the best offensive player is none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Kurt 0411, all the way from Malta. He scored an average goals of 7.5 goals per game. Sorry, per matchup, that is. You played Kurt. What was it about his offensive style that was a bit different?
Actually, yesterday it was 8 per game. Yeah, but today it's 7.5.
Somebody took that down, I think.
Yeah, it might be me. Kurt is really a decent player, especially in attacking. I think him and Gorilla and Megabit, no one could bring their level, you know?
Well, let's take a look at who has the most average points per matchup. I think
who's
a
that
little
guy?
familiar. Look at that smile. It's like
Hey.
you knew you were going to be champion before we even started.
I actually was playing on PS4 before the tournament, and Spencer, the guy who won Gorilla, the guy who won the trophy last year, he was saying me that it's, you know, it's a stupid move. But now I played in PS4 and I won, so he must admit that it's a smart move.
Oh, it's a very smart move. A happy guy in that picture and a happy guy on the couch here with a very happy check. $250,000 to Mr. Sari. Now, as you know, in FEWC 2018, we do things a bit different. Of course, we have anti-doping policies here. We do have to just check out to see, you know, if Dasari is the true winner. So we're gonna let you go for your test.
Just to make sure.
Just to make sure. I mean, I mean that defensive pressure. I've never seen that before.
You think it might go this to Pena?
Well, we hope not. But we're going to hand you your trophy and let you go
I can't handle that.
I'm just kidding.
Well,
and also, we're going to take a look at the best 2 moments of the tournament. We have coming up on the screen as Dasari makes his way out. So we'll take a look at the best 2 tournaments. And let's see. So you saw the look at the best moments, and we do have a very special prize for the best moment of FEWC 2018. It is the Adidas Creator Award given to the person, the pro player here at FEWC 2018 who came up with the best moment. And I think we're going to see that guy.
Yeah, we're going to invite him to the couch right now. Can we have Fabio Danuzzo come over and join us? Hello, Fabio. Thanks for being here today.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
It's okay.
So, Fabio, you fans on Twitter voted your goal the best. How are you feeling about this?
It's a very, very good goal, and I like so much. And I have to say thank you to my fans to help me to win this award, and thank you so much to Italian fans. And I am really disappointed about my performance in the tournament, but it's okay for this goal of the tournament.
Now, I know that, you know, after you scored that goal, you were shaking your head. Was it because, you know, the match wasn't going your way, or you just weren't impressed with the goal? Maybe you score those kind of goals every day, you know? Or
No, I think I also scored a better goal than this. Yeah, but I was so furious because I was already out of the tournament, and I played against the Brazilian guy before. He was playing not much fair, honestly, because he was time wasting. And that was not very good for me, and I was foolish for that. But it's okay, no problem.
But regardless, out of 20 million participants who originally entered this tournament, you were one of the last 32 finalists. So either way, I still believe Italy is going to be proud that they had a representative in this tournament. And you're definitely not going to leave empty-handed because the community was very happy with your performance.
Yeah, I'm proud because I am the only Italian to be here, but my mind is not like this because I want to win. I feel like a loser now because, okay, it's very good to be here, but it's not a good mentality to think about just to be here. I want to win, so let's see next year.
Oh, sorry to cut you out there. Sorry, we have the award for you. Anna, if you want to pass that on to him.
There you go. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And
You're welcome.
Not only does he get the award, but you also get 1 year boot deal with Adidas. So Adidas, see, now he's smiling. Now he's been happy.
That's the good news. I get free boots for a year.
Free boots for a year from Adidas. So I think you'll be happy about that. So thank you, Fabio Dinuzzo. Thank you so much for being here. And congratulations on the award.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you.
All right, now one man who is happy today is the winner, MS Desari. We're taking a look back at some of those amazing scenes as he's lifting the title. Oh, $250,000. I kind of wish I was him. I just got to get a bit better at FIFA, just a bit.
We're just going to keep practicing. I mean, I think we could be on the stage next year.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring. I'm not bad. I mean, I'm like Elite 3, Gold 1, you know, but...
Well, you know, I did win a game a couple days ago. I was pretty proud of myself. I scored 2 goals for
That's
the
true.
first time ever.
That's true. I was a witness to that. Now, I heard about that raffle.
Yeah, we are going to do this raffle for the jersey behind me, signed by all the players.
There you go.
Here we go. It's what it looks like. It's
There
the
you go.
official jersey that a couple of the players were actually wearing during the competition. It has all the players' signatures. Let me turn it around.
And Zach Abel's.
And Zach Abel. And also, I forgot to mention, it has 2 signatures from the 2 women of the English national football team.
Yes, the Arsenal ladies that represent England as well.
They do.
So you have their signatures there. And yeah, hopefully somebody lucky enough to win that, especially a fan of those ladies as well. And yeah, that has been FEWC 2018. Anna, thank you for joining me. And
Shoot boy, thank you for having me. It's been great to be here.
It's been amazing to be here in the O2 Arena at London. We'll see you next time at the FIFA eWorld Cup.
Next year. Good night.